travelling and compiling our knowledge and shared experiences, our field of experiences together. We then decided to embark on the recording of it once we'd got our live performances up to scratch. But the actual making of the music, this EP is truly collaborative. It starts off with a feeling and an idea, which quite often comes from myself or Paul Tiffin, the lead guitarist, and then everything comes together. Everyone adds their little bit into the pot and it steams and bubbles away, and eventually something quite magical happens. It can be very quick, it can take weeks, it just depends on how it happens, really, how it comes. We found Simon Trott of Soup Studios, who is an expert in vintage recording and vintage equipment. We recorded onto tape, which is a very old-fashioned way to do it, but it creates a sound that we were all quite keen to capture. Then we went into his very small, very dark room, and we spent 4 days there playing. And the way it kind of worked was we wanted to gain as much live sound as we could. So one of the tracks on the EP, called Baby Amy, is a complete live version with us all playing together in the same room, which is quite a feat, and in this day in recording process is almost unheard of. I also have like a directory in my own personal writing of things to come back to when I'm in a moment of creative drought. I have a rhyme bank and I have an idea bank. It's concepts and ideas for words that I have. I do a lot of storyboarding, not necessarily for songs, but things I find interesting myself, if I see it in a film or another bit of music. It's a collection of all things that I find interesting. And you can only make work about stuff you're interested in, so you just have to keep a memory of it. Inspiration lies everywhere, and sometimes in the most unexpected things and the smallest of things. I'm a great people watcher. I notice things a lot, and obviously living in London, that's very easy to get hold of. You know, you can obtain it on the tube or on a bus or anywhere you choose to walk. I love writing songs about the past, about, you know, stories from my grandparents' generation, or an idea of, you know, something that someone's described to me. We have a new song recently that is in our set now, which is called The Riot Song, which I wrote last year in August, obviously in London, when the riots were happening right on our doorstep. We could smell the smoke in the garden from the fires, and that certainly affected me, and we captured that in the music, I think, quite well, and the more obviously we gig it, the more it will become pronounced. It's something that is happening around you. You need to tap into that, because then you can get your audience, because they're experiencing that too, and it's important to have a voice that people can latch onto, that people can connect with, because that, as far as I'm concerned, is the biggest success you can have.